Hi guys, welcome back to my channel. My name is Sarah and this is B.fleye Beauty, and boy, my face is tight. Dude, even if you have oily skin, you need to moisturize. Like, Lord, I can feel the tightness. Anyway, what we are doing today is I saw something by a very gorgeous creator. She took bronzing liquid, faux tan, whatever you want to call it, and not just like the bronzing drops that are super popular right now, but the ones that actually tan your skin over time. And she put that strategically all over her face on places where she would bronze up, typically doing her makeup every day. And it kind of removes a step. So we're gonna try something. Also, I got my nails done today by my nail lady. Has been gone for a year and a half. I never thought she was coming back, and she just moved back to town. And I'm super fucking excited because she does nails so fast. She did a full set and design. Granted, it wasn't a crazy design, but she airbrushed like an ombre and then did like the gel, the raised 3D gel on 4 nails. Anyway, in an hour, guys, like just spectacular. Anyway, so the faux tan that I got is Instant Sun Drops Sunless Tanning Serum Face and Body by Jergens. I didn't really want to spend like $30 on a pair. I didn't want to spend $30 on anything, really, because I didn't know if this is going to work. I didn't know how I felt about it. So what we're going to do is you have to mix this with lotion. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to mix it with a gel moisturizer because it's a little more fast drying and a little less gooey. And I'm hoping that it'll keep the bronzer in the right place. Now, if I would have gotten something that's already mixed, because it does say not to put this directly on your face, but to mix it with your moisturizer. If I would have purchased something that didn't need to be mixed, I think it would be easier, honestly. I just didn't want to spend the money for that. So we're going to have to be strategic on where this goes. Okay, so let's unbox this. This is the Trader Joe's Ultra Hydrating Gel Moisturizer. I would have normally used my CeraVe, but I'm actually out of that. That's a more traditional, like gushy moisturizer. Anyway, okay, directions. Mix drops with daily moisturizer for natural looking color. More drops equal deeper color. Wash hands after application. Warning, this product does not contain sunscreen and does not protect against sunburn. Yep, obviously. So it's actually a very light color. So we have to mix. We have to do some mixing. I don't know. Let me take a look, because like I don't need a ton, because I'm going to literally put it here, over the bridge of the nose, and here. Oh, I'm so nervous. Especially because tomorrow I have to go to the office, but okay. I think I want to put a lot. I don't know if this is the best idea, but okay, let's mix it. So what's going to be hard to know is like, because it's not like a traditional faux tan mousse or something has a color to it, so you know what you're doing. But I'm literally just applying this to my whole cheek. We'll see. We'll see. I'm a little nervous. I put 2, maybe like 1 whole droplet. 2 half droplets, 1 whole droplet. Let's do it over the nose and then a little bit here and here. Okay, so I need to go wash my hands. We're gonna let this sit. I almost want to like add some droplets. Okay. We're going to let that dry, and then I'll have to do more moisturizer later when this really, oh my God. This is so thick. I didn't think it would come out, but it did. Just came out all over my Moroccan rug. Anyway, we'll see. We'll see what this does in the morning. I do think if I try this again, I would just spend the money to get something where I can really tell where the color goes. I mean, I can feel it, but I put 1 whole dropper in and probably a quarter size amount of moisturizer. So let me go wash my hands and I'll see you in the morning.
Good morning. My hair is clean, by the way. You can tell by like the level of
lightness. Okay, let's get close to the face here. So it is morning. We do have a little bit of bronzing, but I think I want to go a little heavier tonight and see what it looks like tomorrow. So maybe try 2 vials in the lotion, and then it also builds on itself. So let's see what we can get tomorrow, but this isn't bad. I would rather have it be too light than too dark the first time, but you can definitely see color, which is really cool. So I haven't put tanner on my face in like ever, a really, really, really long time. So I'm not sure how this is, how using skincare is going to affect it. So we will play around with that as well. So I'm gonna go do my morning skincare vitamin C SPF and see if that changes anything, but we're gonna do more tonight. So I'll see you later. All right, day 2, definitely darker. It's also very warm. So I don't know how much darker I would go with this particular one, but I really am loving the result. Like when I got ready yesterday, it was a little less than this, and it honestly made getting ready really easily. So I think that this is a really cool idea. We'll do makeup today on top of it. But I think if I go, I'm probably gonna try one more night and see what it does, and maybe like less real estate, but I'll do one more night tonight. We'll do makeup on it today so we can see how it works. But I do think that something like this would probably be better with a more neutral tone, which is hard to do unless you go really dark, which I kind of would want. But if you don't do like a full face of makeup every day, something too dark might not be good. So this might be a happy medium, you know, where it's just a little bit of a flush. I think I didn't do as much on this side. Hard to keep track of when it's not a color, you know, it's the color of your moisturizer. So it's really hard to see where you've put things and how long. But yeah, I think it's a really cool idea, and I think I would continue to do it. So we will put on makeup this morning to get ready to go to the porch, and then we'll do one more round tonight and see what tomorrow looks like. Okay, so I ended up not doing more last night because I wanted to do some skincare, and I knew it was just gonna take it off. So this is what's left. You still have a ton here. You do not have any here. So I went ahead, even though it's morning, I went ahead and put another layer here. We're gonna let that sit before we do makeup. So we'll probably finish out tomorrow instead. Okay, good morning. So second night, I did the stuff, woke up, looked great. It was a little patchy. And then I did skincare. So then it took a lot of it away. I put a little bit on yesterday underneath the makeup, but because I'm also using skincare. So we're put some more on last night. So basically we're back to day 1, between day 1, day 2. So you can still see the tan, but what I'm thinking is my end of experiment conclusion is I think it can work. I think it's probably better to get something much darker so that you're not having to build, because like if I wanted this to make my next day much easier, I wouldn't want to wait 3-4 days to build this up. Secondly, I would get something that has color to it so that you can see where you're making the placement, and probably something you don't have to mix. What I do like about this is I kind of want to continue to use it all over the face with just a little bit of color, just because it helps to cover acne a little bit. Like I actually don't mind my normal skin, like skin color. Like I don't mind being pale. I'm not trying to get super dark, but this is a way to cut down on having to put a lot of makeup on during the hotter months, and it can cover acne and blemishes and stuff. You know, the lighter you are, the more discoloration comes forward on the skin. So it's definitely more like day 1. Day 2 was much darker, but day 2 was also more splotchy. So we're going to do a little bit of makeup, but basically what I really liked about it was I could just put concealer, blush, and go. Like mascara too if you want. I got my eyelashes dyed recently, so let's just put some, I'll show you just how I would do it, which it's really nothing special. It's exactly what I would normally do. I should have just done the makeup the other day when it was the darkest, because I think that gave a better idea. I think it is a little bit harder to see. Like you can see the warmness here. I will say that I don't know if it's because I couldn't figure out my skincare or what, but my skin felt different. Like it felt drier, maybe more textured, and maybe that's just because like I wasn't doing my skincare routine and I wasn't moisturizing everywhere, because you have to mix this with moisturizer. So anyway, it was just kind of weird. I'm using my Sun Bum Daily Glow. I really freaking love this so much. It's very light. It's got the tiniest bit of tint, and it's got some shimmer, some glow to it, but it's not like a tint like this one would be. Like this is a tint. Like this actually has some coverage, and I really like this, but it's a little thicker, and I don't really want that today. So, but I really do. I have been enjoying that. So I'm just going to do a little bit of concealer. And this is the only place I put any concealer anywhere, unless I'm really having a major breakout. We've been watching 28 Days Later. So I've been using my finger off and on, but I'm just going to use a brush today, so for time's sake. I mean, this is literally my daily routine. And sometimes it goes over the nose, but I really don't want it to. I put some of the bronzer over the nose, so I didn't want to cover that up. But I do think that this really is like a super cool idea. For me, it's just going to be finding the right product. But especially if you're someone who likes to be like on the go, or just want to make your mornings easier, especially when you're in the summer months. I know, like, if you have kids, it makes things harder. You know, when you have all your kids home and you got stuff to do. So can you still see it? You can. It's pretty subtle. And in this lighting, like, I'm not using overhead lighting, but you can see it right there. Like, it's just really pretty. So I'm just going to do a little bit of a cream. Ooh. I would do a little bit of a cream blush on top of what would be my bronzer. It takes off one less step, you know? Like, that's why I dye my eyebrows. That's why I dye my lashes. Like, if I'm lazy one day and I don't want to put on mascara, I don't feel horrific. Not that you should ever really feel horrific, but I always feel like if I do not have mascara on, because I have such light features that you can't see me, it always looks like I'm sick. And I don't like that. So I got them dyed, and that helps a lot, especially spring, summertime. And because I work from home mostly, probably 75% of the time I'm working from my house, like, it's okay. Like, I still feel put together is what I'm saying. So it's nice to have something that helps your future self, if that makes sense. Okay. And then we will even out, like, something else that I thought was interesting was, because you can build it up, you can really control like how crazy it gets. But you have to remember that anytime you put any sort of exfoliating product on your skin, you're going to slough off what's there. So I do think that this would be more of not a consistent thing, but hey, this week I'm going on vacation, or I'm going out of town this weekend, let me just make my life easier for the pool or whatever, for the beach. And so you do it a night or two before you go, you know. You can still see it a lot on my forehead, but I'm adding just a little bit more so you can see like what it looked like yesterday, especially because yesterday was much darker, or the day before, sorry. Yeah, I find it a really interesting concept, and I'm definitely going to play around with the formula and everything and see if I can find something that really works. But like I said, I'm going to continue to use this all over my face at night. You just have to take into consideration the work or the extra steps you're doing at night
to then take it away the next night when you put skincare on, you know? Meaning like any retinol, any vitamin C, which is an acid, any chemical exfoliant, anything like that, anything we're doing to renew our skin on a nightly basis, you know, it's going to counteract it. So that's probably the biggest problem I found, other than not being able to see placement and wanting something a little bit darker. But that's not the product's fault. Like I picked that. So I just think it would be better used all over the face and neck and stuff. So I think it's a smart thing because you can control the level. But I should have just got something different. Okay, let's do a little, I kind of want to do, I don't know, maybe I'll do a, yeah, I guess I'll just do some lip tints and then we'll do some gloss or something. All right, I think that's where we're gonna end today. Okay, so I wanted to give you guys a better look. So I did add a tiny bit of cream bronzer, but I think it would have been easier to see. There was still a light dusting of bronzer, like the faux bronze, and you can see it left over on my hands, like when I don't do a good job of washing it off. But you can see the warmth in that color. So yeah, I think it's a cool concept, but would be nice to just like do this much, you know, and get up and go. Okay, but let me know if you do this experiment, what product works for you. And I think that's it. Thanks so much for watching, guys. Bye.